There's a bit of honesty early. I'm really not sure about my winter car. You've probably been able to tell recently. But I don't know. It's maybe making me realise just how much of an absolute masterpiece that first game was. Why is that? Well, I don't get that. I think the thing that... Welcome to the stream, everybody. Kit, Mazak, Bear, Chaz, Azar, how are we all? The thing, it just feels... It feels like it's just missing that magic tone that made My Summer Car work so well. Like, it's got everything that game had and more. But it just, I don't know. It might be something that gets added in later, but it's like... I don't know. Oh, he's complaining again. I'm going to go make a sandwich. I mean, I could just be quiet about it, I suppose, but I've not yet had, well, other than the first few streams, I've not yet had that, like, urge to just... Because the first game, even after I'd beat it, after 1,000 hours, I'd open it, and I'm sure I could open it now, and it'd just be that, we're here again feeling. And I don't know what it is that's just missing. There seems no atmosphere. And it's in early access, that could change, but I don't know what you would change to put that atmosphere back in. It's interesting since you love the first one so much. There's more time to play Grounded 2 before ziplines come in and ruin it. As I would work on 155, by the way, that's mad. Like, I don't know, like, it might be that I might have I've just lived too long. Like, I think that might be another thing as well. It's a bit like it's like in any game. If you make it too easy, you don't really care to be there, right? And we can go through the whole "I'm just playing games to relax" thing. I fully understand that, but you know me well enough to know that isn't me. The fact that I don't feel any jeopardy at any point in this might affect it, but there's no sense of, like, I don't know, in terms of tone or in terms of the way the world feels, there's no sense of, like, a community or a group of people that you're living among in this. This is something that could change. It all feels just a bit faceless at the moment, right? And then they might add in tons of new stuff, but, like, it just, I don't know. And then there's little frustrating bits, like not being able to, like, tire yourself out and sort of control your own days and stuff. But I don't know. The darkness is a massive factor here, but that's something that I will accept because it's realistic, right? And this game is all about realism. But while it's realistic, I don't know whether I don't know whether the effect it has on the feel of the world is necessarily necessarily makes it a game I want to be in a lot. Does that make sense? I don't know. So thank good mo. Like, and because you can't control your day and night like you could in the first game, this game has so much waiting around. And only existing in, like, a quarter of the map is a bit of a problem, which kind of is exacerbated by me burning my own house down, which doesn't help. But, like, the shortcut across the ice changes the game. The fact that you spend so much time in the tractor, I'm not a fan of. And I think the thing that might be screwing me up the most in terms of feel, a little bit, Trim, good afternoon. Yeah, I've been thinking through it this over lunch about why this just doesn't feel as magical as the first game did. I think the thing that does me in is the saw bit. Because you've just always got access to this car that can do everything you need. And the fact it's a car, for some reason, has more of, like, it like, the van you had to earn it over the course of ages. And when you got the van, you loved it because it was like, oh my god, I've got this thing that has finally arrived. And you had to do something to get it, etc. And then when you finally made a car, you're like, holy shit, I'm driving around in a car. It's not a tractor or a van or a shit truck or anything. I'm actually in a car. This is amazing. But the fact you have the sorbet car, I just don't know. Think it's Coffeeton, welcome to the stream. Think you realise realism doesn't always mean fun. I to a degree, but only in the very specific case of the darkness, right? Because the first game was realistic to the point of nausea, and that's what I loved. And like Red Dead 2 is another good example. Realistic to the point of nausea, and that's why I loved it. But I think in this, the darkness, that if we're going to talk specifically about the darkness, which is one of 10 things that I think has affected the feel of the game, I respect that it's in there and I wouldn't remove it. It's very realistic, but it's kind of like he's trying to portray that winter in Finland is a very dark place and you get tired and it's difficult to like regulate your day and night because there's just so much darkness. And I respect that, and that should stay in. But it's one of 10 things that have kind of affected how different the game feels. I don't know. You've grown up a bit. I don't know, maybe the opposite, Trim. Like existing in my summer car felt amazing because it was, I don't know, whereas in this it's a bit more video gamey, it feels, yet also a bit too realistic. No, not too realistic, that's not it, is it? The darkness being a realistic portrayal is maybe damaging the gameplay a little bit too much, right? I don't want it to go to something that isn't realistic. If they made a version of this where the sun comes up at 6 a.m. and goes down at 10 in winter, that'd be dumb. That'd put me off more than anything. But yeah, I don't know. I think I've asked this recently, and like 95% of people said they preferred watching the first game, and the other 5 said they don't mind either. I don't know. It's like, what am I doing anyway? I need to actually get started. I'm just staring at the sorbet out the front door. I don't know how, if this is a common concern, I don't know how he would address it to put that, I don't know, that tone back into it. It's odd, I don't know. Like, just standing outside and, like, picture me playing that first game. How many times did I just stand outside and smoke and be like, oh, like, that was me, just the tone of the game just felt amazing. And it's only a few months since I played it last. It's not like there's distance between it or anything. And recently I even fired up the first game and it hit me again immediately. I don't think it's like some kind of inverse recency bias. I'm not sure. I don't know. Is it something that's noticeable from a watching perspective? Are you saying now, hear me out, you've got seasonal depression? Well, yeah, that's the goal of the game, right? That was his... That's very clearly the thing he's trying to portray, right? That the character is struggling, and he passes the struggle on to the player with the seasons changing so much that the things you were looking to do in summer are suddenly not available to you, or harder to do. Yeah, I don't know, it's just missing the... Again, this is me more saying that these things are more damaging the tone of the game, not gameplay specifically. Because a lot of these systems that make the game harder, you stick them in summer and I'd have enjoyed their additions, but yeah, I don't know. Or am I... Or press 1 if Stubble's just being a pissy little bitch and this game's as good as the other one, or as bad as the other one. That's also possible. But that first game, like, the second you walk about in it, you can feel something. And that feeling only got stronger and stronger and stronger towards the 1000th hour. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's an early access problem specifically. And with Topless Gun, he's perfectly all right with people feeling like this, right? It's not like he's going to change his artistic vision, and nor should he. The older I get, the more I realise that public outcry against the video game and the video game changing its artistic vision for the sake of appeasing a load of people whinging is very rarely a good thing, I don't think. Fuck this off and do Mario speedruns. Well, that's the immediate reaction, right? But I don't think I'm there yet. I'm still beating it, right? We're still, at least in this run, we're still going to get the junior trophy. I'm off to Alkyrion's, by the way. Let's go get this flywheel put on. Like, it still has a lot of the stuff that like, functionally, it still plays very similar to the game that I fell in love with. But it's just missing the tone thing. Yeah. Scrub and welcome to the stream. Is this the real life? This is just fantasy. Caught in an avalanche. No, you need mountains for avalanche. I told you. Finland's not got many mountains. Yeah, I don't know. Like, and this might just be me as the big immersion nerd, but a game sells me when it just feels good to exist in. If just slow walking from one place to another feels good, then I'm probably going to do everything in that game. Like my summer car, just walking about in that game, just taking a quick trip to the shop in that game felt amazing, because it was just a cool world to exist in. And it felt full of life and full of message almost, not to get too wanky about the whole thing. Whereas this, it feels like it's just the gameplay with some white textures on the floor. And I know snowy days are often quiet, but it's amazing how much of a difference not having like birds singing and the sound of the lake lapping up and down and the sound of the road in the distance and the chainsaw and dogs barking in the distance. In this, there's one bird near the apartment, it feels like, and then that's it. Plus, there's no weather in this anymore because it's not snowed for months. No, these kind of things are something that can be added in. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't inspire a great deal of passion. Might be the better way to put it. And I know this is going to sound pissy, but it isn't, I promise. I know this isn't a metric for anything. But every time when we do marbles, I always drop myself out of the My Winter Cars section to play marbles, so that 10 minutes isn't the wrong game in the wrong category. And 9 times out of 10, I'm the only person streaming it on Twitch at the time when I drop myself out of the category, because you can see how many viewers there are. I don't know if it's, in this state, captured what the first game has, because that's always got like 10 people streaming. I don't know. And I'm speaking out of love, of course. Single-handedly carrying my winter car. There is, of course, people streaming it in other time windows and stuff, and this is a strange slot to be streaming, right? Very early in the US and during work hours in most of Europe. So on an evening it's slightly busier, but yeah, UK working hours, precisely. But even still, that was never the case when playing my summer car. You always had an option at the end of like 30 people to raid if you wanted to. It just doesn't, I don't know. See, this is why I'm being a bit sheepish about it, because I'm basically talking about feel more than anything, if that makes sense. There's some subjective way that I've not managed to properly connect to it. And I'm trying to work out why I personally haven't connected instead of making some sweeping statement about the objective state of the game. Oh, I had that problem yesterday, didn't I, when I was having coolant leaking?
Voi saatana!
Something's broken on the car, I forgot. Dougie, good morning. What's the difference in feel compared to this? I don't know. That's what been trying to work it out over the last sort of 10 minutes. It just like... It feels real flat for some reason. They do look the same. Yeah, they play the same as well, but I'm more talking about like atmosphere instead of anything. Like it just feels flat in a way that the first game felt absolutely full of life. And maybe it's NPCs and different people phoning the house and grandma being back and that kind of thing. But there's I don't know. There's not enough weird in it as well. Dougie A. Will. Yeah, it's something I've been thinking about, but I always want to stew on stuff for ages before I start talking about it. But I don't know, I just felt... What the fuck have I done there? Like... I don't know. I'm just talking into thin air at this point, I acknowledge, but... Yeah, something's missing. And I don't think it's because I've played too much of the first game, because I never burnt out on that first game, as you could probably tell. I kept fucking going back to it. Bear 145. Will the War Horses Lord of the Ring game be from first person or third person perspective, or maybe it'll be isometric? Do you know? I don't know if you saw. We was talking about that earlier. Warhorse, who make the Kingdom Come games, everybody, are making a Lord of the Rings game. And it seems like an open world RPG, so we were theorising. Imagine KCD, but set as like a foot soldier in Gondor. Small scale, like, character-based, not world-saving epic. I fancy that. If it was just a clone of KCD but swapped into that, I'd like it. Okay, I've bodged this a little bit. I'm going to put the new flywheel on. We'll get all that set up. Then we'll start working on whether or not I can fix the... You've got a bump up there? Something like that. I'll carry on. Good morning. I do like that we've put it in a heated garage now. Look, and the windows are defrosted. You all know you want to be a hobbit. I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing I wouldn't want. If it was only humans and, like, dwarves or hobbits or all that rubbish, were just like a side thing, and it just focused on Gondor or something, like, this is just speculation, it could be based on anything, that'd be top. But if you can pick all different races and all different starting areas and all that, like in Skyrim, as much as I like Pinkle, I don't know if I want to be a hobbit. We don't need another Skyrim clone, but set somewhere else, do we, for example? Right then, time to get the racing flywheel on, because the rally is on Friday, and I want to get involved. Just for the record, I won't be quitting this, though, even if I'm just trying to... I'm wondering where it's going to go, mostly. I guess we'll just take the gearbox off. I might have to take the middle part of the exhaust off as well. And I think I need to remove the... Yeah, we need to remove the gearbox because the flywheel's under there, but I'm going to have to remove this as well, aren't I? Let's go like that. The performance issues don't help, but that's hardly too... that's not really something you can talk about when you're talking about design changes, right? Right, that's the skid plate off. So now I need to take off the... Can I get the gearbox out with the exhaust attached? Yeah, as I say, Bear, that could mean that it's like KCD, but it could also mean that it's like Skyrim, right? I kind of like the idea of it being told from a more small-scale, personal story as opposed to... Well, do you know like KCD was? He wasn't in Prague arguing with King Wenceslas, was he? But he was experiencing what it was like living under Wenceslas from again, a Dickensian level, right? You were a person on the ground. Okay, can I remove that part of the pipe now? Yes, good. And both would be considered open world RPGs, right? Right, Crossmember, you were big, right? What are you? 15s. Also, it'd be nice if there was some jeopardy in this game. That was a big part of why the first game was so... that I loved so much. Back to my winter car, is because there was always the threat of dying, right? Everything you did, you were like, damn, I've survived long enough to do this, or whatever, or I've died so many times to get to this point. Not so much here. Right, Gearbox, what were you? Speaking of dying. Is Nigel dead? Got him. We'll have a funeral for him, Trim, I promise. This Gearbox? And hardcore stream where I don't stop streaming until I die. What if we have another Torim situation, though? I'll tell you, Trim, we bumped into somebody, or I bumped into somebody yesterday on Kronos, who we used to play with. And we got talking about stuff we'd played since. And we were talking about hardcore and how good hardcore's been, and how it's like the best version of WoW. Am I going to have to take the drive shaft off as well? Piss. And I mentioned that we'd introduced quite a lot of people, thanks to the private servers, and one of the people we introduced, who had little experience into the deeper parts of the game, got a hardcore character to level 58, and he was very impressed. What about that, Trim? Can I have your PC after? I hope you've got some Dettol going, blood. Good afternoon. Was it 57? Oh, fuck, I've made you sound better than you was. I remember what I was doing in my summer car when you came in and told me you died, and I thought you were joking and just, like, waved it off and carried on playing. Right, is there 4 bolts on the drive shaft? There is. And Mazak died 2 bars off 60 at Western Plaguelands. Yeah, but it was his first character that had got north of level 50, Mazak, or the early 50s. They've used story-driven action RPG for the KCD games. Yeah. Maybe there's not being specific at this moment. Right. The clutch. Under the clutch is that brown flywheel, and I'm swapping it out with a shiny new one. This is an upgrade to the rally version. Are these 9s? No? I think there were 6s in the first game. Did die. They died in a Jara. Who was it who died in EPL? In Western Plagueland? Somebody tried to pull one of the mobs in the tent in Western Plaguelands. Was that Ival, maybe? Somebody showed us a clip of it happening. So you died in a Jara. We all know where Torim died, bless him. There's the clutch removed, I think. What's happening? Why did the clutch fall to pieces when I was just trying to take it off? Then the flywheel, that's what we're replacing. Put that back on. Good. Why can't I pick up the... Why can't I pick up the... I can pick the pieces up individually, but I can't pick them up as one. When a clip of me burning down the tent, placing a flag and getting stuck between the flag and the table. That's it. Yeah. That was that your near death? That must be what I'm thinking of. You died in Western Plaguelands as well? Okay, so I might be confusing the stories. I do remember one of the little tents, though. That must be Mazak showing us his near death. I know Ivel got to 60 and got to his first raid. And went to Zul'Gurub. And he was playing Fury. And a Berserker was running towards the ranged camp and about to fear all his healers, so he taunted the Berserker right as it was about to slap, and he didn't make it. Shot. Right. That is the old flywheel, and we'll put the new one on. Lovely. Yeah, Brian Adams died in his bath, and he wasn't even playing WoW, apparently, right? I've not read the latest on that. Tried to duo a world boss with a friend. It's a very strange way. In a Jara? A Jorgos? Maniac. Why can't I pick up the clutch assembly? Can I put parts of the clutch on without... No, you can't, can you? Or maybe you can. Can I put the pressure plate on there after? Where's that gone? Why is it just hovering in there? I don't like this. This is broken. There's an elemental event. Big old rock elemental. Leodama Light Life. There we go. Okay, that actually fixed it. Don't know what I did, but it's fixed. So much bending down. Imagine my knees. Alright, new clutch on. Or flywheel on. Clutch back on. Next, it's the gearbox. But this is a confusing one. See, I've not really tinkered a great deal with all of this. Actually, no. I need to reattach the gearbox. Are they nines? No, that's something else. And then I need to work out what's making the radiator leak. Oh, it's there. I think these are tens. Beautiful. So it's 3 on that side and 3 on this side. 1. Is that just not responding? There we go. 2, and where's the 3rd? 3. Gearbox is reinstalled. We'll put the cross member on. These are the big 15s, weren't they? I'm assuming this just holds it on. Fucking rear-wheel drive cars, who drive them? I miss my half shafts. What? Oh. And that only attaches here, and these are like 10s or something, aren't they? Come here, socket set. 12. Is that well? It would be all right if I had a functioning memory. I'll put the radio in the back lot so it's louder. Good. You know what? I'm tired already. I swear fatigue goes higher in this. How do? You don't sell anything new, do you? Don't know if I came in and checked. New carbs. Rally, road sprint, fast road and race.
YKK, kyllä se varmaan auto on. Mä katsoin, että se on mopo ensin, joo. Sori, ei mitään.
Brake bias regulator. What the fuck is that? Brake bias. 14 packs for scrap. What would brake bias be? Is that between the front and the back? Also, why have I got rally livery? I guess I'm technically still part of that rally, aren't I? Is that what it is, Trim, yeah? I don't know if... Yeah, this has got... Interesting. Okay, that's cool. That's a cool little bit of in-game, in-law. Did I? Way to customise your car, right? It determines how much force is applied to the front or the back. I like that. Again, anything in game that... Did I? I don't know. Yeah, anyway, that could have been in the menu, but instead it's an actual thing you have to install in-game and work on it. That's cool. See, that's why I'm so keen to find out what's making me not enjoy like the atmosphere in this game, because there's so much been added. Like, a shitload has been added to this. The car customization is crazy. Obviously, you have to build the whole thing from scratch as well, which is super cool. And you have to... there's 2 full jobs. There's the whole classified magazine system, and then there seems to be tons of different customize options for, like, there's rev limiters that you can adjust. There's obviously this new brake bias stuff. You can get multiple different carbs, way more than before. Multiple camshafts, that was never a thing. Yeah. I just want to love being in this world, but it's difficult. I don't know why. Do you just not like Finland? Finland in summer's the best. Ambient sounds, I think, would be massive. So I'm one of them nerds where if you turn ambient sounds off in WoW, for example, I feel like I've gone deaf and go slowly crazy. Alright, that's everything put back on the car. The gearbox is back in. I don't know if I'll have to adjust anything or tune anything. I don't think so. You're yearning for classic already. I'm just interested to see where it goes. I do have that problem, though. I don't know if it's like that for anybody else, where 9 times out of 10, if I absolutely love a game, the sequel is difficult for me to connect with. I think we're failing to properly appreciate the lack of mosquitoes. It does make a difference. Flies, mosquitoes, crickets in the trees on a night, the birds changing from day to night, the whatever that night bird was, the owl that would hoot on an evening. You could always, you could hear the lake. You could, Whereas in this, it's very dead, flat. I know that snowy days do tend to suicidal neighbours, dirty women. Yeah, amazing. And the phone would ring, and it would be the solicitor, or it would be grandma, or Sothan on a night waking you up. Amazing. I mean, fuck mosquitoes in real life, yeah, but in this, it all added to the charm. Yeah, I think it's obviously this is in early access and things are going to get added, but it's less that I think this game is failing to do anything. It's probably just that it isn't added yet, but it's more making me realise just how genius that first game was. Just how much it got right, but we were playing a game that was years into development, whereas this is... only just come out, right? Where the fuck's my handbrake gone? That's there. Because I removed the gearbox, it just popped off, right? The sound of an outboard engine, yeah. Cats wiggling around on the lake. They just felt like so much more, I don't know, life. Life is, that sense of life is definitely something it can add. Definitely release it like this so he could charge you. Well, it's worth the money and then some. It's worth more money than the first game in its current state, just based on the sheer amount of shit that's in it compared to normal. And it's in a relatively finished state when compared to the first game and how that finished. Like, it's already massive compared to the first one. But it just needs some tweaks in terms of atmosphere, I think. Saying that, as I sit here right now, I'm not quite sure how you could how you could convert an already perfected atmosphere from the first game into a winter setting from a summer setting. I'm not going to sit here and claim I've got the answers there. But you can definitely feel a lack of it. Right. I don't understand the reference, Trim. Right, if I put some more coolant in, is it just going to spill out at the bottom? When you say they release it like this so it could charge it, is there a feeling like this is not very feature-rich or something? Oh, God. For those that haven't seen it, go look at the 1.0 versions of My Summer Car. 0.1 or whatever. Right, so it stopped leaking with this radiator. Which is making me think I could maybe swap it out for the... Alcarion, can you put the lights on? It's dark as dicks in here. I'm wondering if... maybe he could have given it more life, just going off what you're saying. I think he will, Trim. Yeah. I think it's something that's going to come. But before it does, it makes you realise how much that life affected the first game and how important it was to that first game. And I'm sure once this one's finished, we'll see the contrast. But at the moment, it's not terribly inspiring to log into from that perspective. Mercifully, there's seemingly endless amounts of gameplay to get involved in the meantime. Could have cooked it a bit more, but wanted to charge and not give it for free like he said he would. Oh, I know what you're referring to, yeah. He didn't say he was going to give it for free, but he said he's so committed to having it playable by the end of 2025 that if he misses that deadline, as a punishment for him missing the deadline, he would give it out free. Yeah. But he did, he met the deadline, which is fair. But yeah, when he said that, I was expecting a real hollow experience. Like, I was expecting it to not be anywhere near as feature-rich. Like, maybe just have some basic stuff in it. But fucking woof, the size of this thing. Alcarion, can you put the lights on in here? I'm sure you've got brighter. Lighter outside than it is in. Right, now let's have this off. Alright, question. Does anybody know if there's a mod for this where you can make yourself tired by looking at the TV? Because that, in terms of mods that would affect gameplay, that's a pretty big one. But I feel almost certain that he's going to add that into this as well. Just take a bunch of NyQuil. Works for you to get tired. See, I've been out for 2 hours. 4 hours in game and I'm already a full day of tired. Maybe it's because I'm a fat bastard. New radiator, Tom. Well, hopefully. But I swapped the new radiator in yesterday and it was leaking coolant for some reason. The old one, when I swapped that in, wasn't leaking coolant, but now it's leaking coolant again. It's okay. Possibly. It did briefly go on fire. I didn't mean to do that. Thank you. Right, this radiator, go away. New one. Got to hit the tie bow. Is that what you're going to wear in your hair to Bangkok Eurovision? Right, radiator, get installed. Then, radiator hose top. I just really don't want to get the bad news that I need to get find another radiator in the classified magazine. Shit. Right, tight. That's what you use for range combat when you're on a campaign in Vietnam in 600 AD. And fighting the neighbours. Or it's the name of Chaz's. No, it's maybe a bit offensive. Tabo, spell it wrong, like the old popular kickbox exercise routine. Oh, to thin me out, you mean? Should also just eat less sausages, but you do say Tabo, kid, yeah. Yeah, you can't eat cooked fish in this, annoyingly. Which I think was the only healthy food option. Yeah, yeah, sorry, I might have looked too sarcastic, but I know about Taibo, yeah. Oh, it's a bit like, what, is this one empty as well? And it's leaking again, look. I wonder if with this new radiator I need... Oh, I can't sit comfy. With this new radiator I might need like specialist hoses from somewhere, but where the fuck are you going to get them from? In the big 1996 8. What was it, like some Mr. Motivator style person that taught you Thai butter? Oh, Mr. 90s. When everybody was healthy and well off, so we just had to worry about not everybody, but you know what I mean. Like all of the Western economies were doing well, so we just had to worry about new fucking Zumba trends and stuff like that. Blocknick, welcome to the stream. I'm hoping it isn't, but I don't get it. It's still draining fluid like crazy. P90X, yeah, selling us his VHS. Cool modern version of Richard Simmons. Was that another one? I do not understand. Visual glitch. If you save the game, it will stop. Okay. I wouldn't usually take advice, obviously, because it's a blind playthrough, so I'm not allowed to learn too much. But if it's not a real thing... That's not something I was just thinking the same, Gwynblade, but it's not really something I can learn around, right? Alright, I'll try it. Good man. Plotnik, I appreciate it. I'm going to try it, yeah. I hate the 90s. I was born then. I hate the 90s because you were born then as well. Wait, am I going to be safe when I spawn back in? I'm going to be cold, aren't I? And I won't be able to get back in because he's shut. And I'm sweaty as arseholes. And I'm not going to be able to get the car out. Piss. Let's just hope that didn't backfire. Yeah, I appreciate letting me know that that isn't something I can think around. But, yeah, as I say. How am I allowed to make an exception for that, everybody? For taking that bit of information? Because it didn't make any friggin' sense, I guess. Yeah, just for the record, everybody, I'm being made to play this completely blind. Throw your whole computer away. Oh, he's still open. Okay, that's good. Whew, can I get warm? Also, why is he still open? Oh, that's fine. Reaps, welcome to the stream. You want the recap? Here's your recap. Reaps, good afternoon. It's a tactic, kid, too. You understand, I'm sure. Right. I wonder, did that actually fix it? Good. I'm so fucking thirsty. I'm going to try and get the car to move. Have I got fuel? No gas, but I think I should have some left. No, I'm gearing up for the rally on Saturday, Reaps. Is your basic recap. I've just put a new flywheel and a new radiator in the car. So I'm going to hope it starts. I don't think I've fucked with anything too much. God, it's hard to find that blower. Right, lights. Feather the throttle. Choke out. Can you do the rally without side panels? You can do the rally without barely anything, yeah? You can strip the car all the way back. Trouble is, Reaps, is I'm in such a snail pace position in the rally at the moment because I've only attempted it once. And I was trying to learn all the routes and stuff. That I would do that for the sake of weight reduction, but we're not in a weight reduction moment at the moment. I don't think it would affect me too much. Okay, that's a bit of a difference. Just curse out and ban anyone who even attempts to be helpful like a civilised gentleman. Alright, at least it runs. Think you could fix an IRL car after playing this game? No, I don't think so. I would have an infinitely better understanding of what all bits and bobs do. Not a modern car, but maybe a car from like pre-1988 or something. I would at least know what I'm looking at better for playing this, but yeah, I don't think I'd be able to. Don't think I'd be that useful. Can't wait to take the monitor off. How did the doctors go? Satan, welcome to the stream. Helpful in this place? That sounds morally wrong. You would say that, Dark. Dark spring of... You could sit over the mechanic's shoulder and make unhelpful suggestions while he fixes it. I heard they love that. Right, I'm going to need to drink shortly. Are you warmed up enough to run without, or am I going to have to change spark plugs? Lovely. Alright, lights, are you working? Oh, I need to do the wheel alignment, don't I? Because every fucking time I open this game, the wheels are all cockeyed. Where was it pulling to? It was pulling left, wasn't it? Well, you were 14s, weren't you? You tried the choke. Coming up to the 20th anniversary of Metallica playing Master of Puppets in full at download for its 20th anniversary. Fuck. That's like the Halo 1 getting an anniversary. It's getting a remake 15 years after the last remake. Whoa, Katz has got a pretty flower. You sound so proud of yourself. Katz, good afternoon. Where the fuck you got that from? High liver enzymes and low iron. It's normal, always have it. The rash has several remedies thrown at it, hoping one sticks. Get the stuff tomorrow afternoon since the chemist had to order it in. So no serious emergency news though, at least, right? You got it from watching the Doomhaus, Kaz? Right, let's go get a drink. Okay, I can't feel the alignment issues when reversing, but that doesn't mean they aren't there. Still slightly turning left, but not as bad as it was. Okay, it's pulling a lot to the left. So I need to adjust the wheels slightly right. Shit. Okay, I might have got slightly stuck. Have I broke a headlight? No, we're alright. Don't make that noise at me, radio man. This is some high quality broadcasting going on here. Let me turn Finland FM off. Didn't realise Master Chief Collection's 2014 set, but there was an anniversary edition that came out in 2011. That was the version of Halo 1 with the new graphics that was on the Master Chief Collection. Master Chief Collection was a remake of the second game, as well as bundled everything else. Fatty liver since having your gallbladder out. Got nothing serious in your blood. So that's not your car, your keyboard's fucked. I just want my controller. Which I just have to plug in and sort out. But the controller's great for the car, but it's rubbish for everything else. It's not rubbish, but having to swap between controller and mouse and keyboard is slightly frustrating when you could just sit in the same position and drive with the mouse and keyboard. But goddamn, is it finicky. Let them raspberry into your ears. Would you rather some Finnish man speaking a language you don't understand raspberrying in your ears, or hearing Sothan's voice in English? Right, next job. If he's still open, I don't think he'll close from me just going this far. I told him I'd be back in a second. Let's sort this alignment out so it's not constantly pulling left. And then we're not going to be far off ready for the rally on Friday. Oh, he's shut! You bitch! And then my exhaust fell off. Well, that doesn't sound good. What the hell is that? Let's just stack bad news on top of each other. Brilliant. The bitch closed the shop, and then my exhaust fell off. If 0 is blow up in a ball of flames, coming last place, and 10 is guaranteed gold trophy, given the rallies in like 4 days, what chances do we have? I'm going to put us at about a 2.5, I think. The way Cousin takes that corner is frightening. Yeah, I felt more confident about the car in the past. I don't like how it's smoking from the front as well. You know what, I am actually going to leave the car open while the sorbet warms up. At least I've got somewhere to stay warm. It sounds terrible without the exhaust on. Not like the old Sats. Look at it, just dropping pieces all over the place. Right, this needs to start though, otherwise I'm going to have to take that loud bag of shit all the way with me into town. Choke on. Let's turn the blowers off. Please start, please start, please start, please start.
Saatana!
It'll wake the whole town up. It'd wake all the characters up if there fucking was any. Is it going to idle with the choke on? It might stall. Saving and cutting out has fixed the coolant issue, but it has meant the sorbet's got all terribly cold. And we're waking up on the way back anyway. We're not waking, but we'll wake up Auntie. That's one person we'll wake up on his farm there. Alcarion's left work and gone to bed, so we'll probably wake him up for later. But nobody lives up there as well, but he'll be at work. And Trim is decrepit and in an old folks home. Is it stalled? It's not even on. I think to warm it up I need to let the choke out now. Wind the window down and blast some Sega classics. There is some on the radio. When they come on I'll do it. Is it warm enough to exist out here? Kind of. Maybe it'll be one of them situations where I can get out and just walk about. Alright, car. Relax. You're safe now. I can't tinker with the car in any way anyway because this fucking dickhead's locked all my tools and everything in here.
Voi vittu.
Has it stalled again? Amazing work from the sorbet. Lovely. Alright, let's get home. Have a good night's sleep. Can't see. Am I going to reverse into my own car? Yes! You know what, fuck it. Mazak, I'm coming for a P word. You better get one ready. Don't spit in it. I feel like I deserve one after all this. Lovely. Right, I did order something from PSK.
Engine assembly get you down. With our new instant engine kit, your Satsuma can be road ready in seconds. Not responsible for any spontaneous combustion. Instant engine for when you value time over safety.
I feel like after that little bit of trouble, I deserve one. Eating corn nuts and they flew out of my hand, raining down on a sleeping baby. The most cinematic thing to happen in years. It's happened in slow motion. It's 1998, right? So the Matrix is out, so I bet you went when it did it. That was all the rage. Corn nuts like sugar. Yeah, what are corn nuts? Love corn. Oh, they're the like greys and all of that stuff. That's just like rabbit foody. Yeah, dried corn things. They're alright then. There you go, Reaps, we're learning. Car, can you warm up, please, so I don't die? I mean, it's a tidy piece of language. Given we clearly don't have we don't have a word for that in English. But I don't know about you, Reeves, but I don't think I'm going to adopt the word corn nuts. Salted peanuts in Coke? What's that supposed to do for you? Right, I'm pulling over so I can get out and have a run about so I don't die, because it's warmer outside than it is in the sorbet at the moment. Condoms. Alright, so I'm going to get out and warm up a bit. For some reason it's deathly cold in the car, but fine outside. It just doesn't seem natural. Oh, this has just made me think. Remember when I used to first unlock the van and the shit truck? And it was like our little routine on every new life. You're not going to hit the car, eh? It was our new routine on every life to come and stand at this bus stop and actually check the timetable and get the bus. And we'd sit there and you'd hear it'd be early morning, so you'd be seeing the sunrise in the east and you'd hear the faint chirp in the trees of the crickets going to bed and the daybirds coming out and the sky had turned a vast blue. Oh, I miss it. And everyone in the chat would be like, why don't you just take the mini bike? And I'd be like, fuck you, I'm taking the bus, it's pleasant. Right, cars warmed up now, don't they? Condoms. Peanuts but corn, yeah. I hate the hard kernels you get in the bottom of popcorn bags. No, it's like they're kind of soft, aren't they? Like a bit mushy. Crunchy on the outside, but relatively soft on the... They're actually alright. Freeze-dried texture. Freeze-dried sweet corn. Have I got the handbrake on? Yes, I did have a feeling it was a bit sluggish. Right, to Mazak's for a P word. Yeah, if there's a mod to be able to tire yourself out by looking at the TV like in the first game, I'd actually consider that. And I don't usually do mods at all. Is there Azzy, yeah? Azzy, good afternoon. Like, that's the only thing I feel like I'd prefer, so you can... Fuck the flu. Mazak, love you, boy. I don't know, I have a hard time with this stuff. Justifying using something that's not in the base game experience. Maybe I'll just suffer and hope that he considers including it like he did in the first game. Love sweet corn. Straight out of the tin or off the cob with some butter. Stop eating natural foods, you weirdos. Never catch me behaving like that. Alright, put the exhaust back on, fix the wheel alignment, and I think the car's ready. I'm going to go get a P word and make it last. I might do the full stream with the remains of a 65 mark P word and 2 sausages in the fridge. Oh, do you know what I should have done? Nipped back to the house and got the parcel shelf. For the old coffee boiling. I'm taking this corner a bit fast. we're good. Yeah, the thing is, the more I think about downloading a mod such as that, as much as it would replicate the first game, which I think was a really good system for allowing the player to dictate the pace of things a little bit more, this game is evidently designed without that in mind, so it would, I think the ripple effect would maybe be a bit too big. I want to play what he's putting out. Yeah, maybe we don't do that. Then again, it might be something he just adds in an update in the future. I keep checking to see if he's added it in this one, in every update that comes out, but no. The amount of times I've stared at the TV and hoped. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, there was a system in the first game where to make yourself tired, you would just look at the TV, which meant that you could, with coffee and that, you could tire yourself out or energise yourself at your own leisure. We're pulling off this way, aren't I? I'm just going to take a risk and hope nothing's coming. Lovely. Mazak reckoned he was going to go and avoid the flu, but he's off to go get this P word cooking. Imagine if I'd Ferndale myself. There you go, Reaps. It might not be a Sega classic. Close though. Do I need anything? Fucking hell, I just started dancing and I left. Hello, Martin.
Haista paska. Ei vittu. Hei, kerro mulle yksi juttu. Yksi juttu. Oot sä koskaan nähnyt kerrostaloa?
Shaggy Dan, I'd like service, please. I'd like a P word. Where is he? Wait, Salty, have you got a postal order for me? No, I'll be back tomorrow. I think I've got one due. Hello, I'm over here. Over here, look. This way. Hello, Shaggy Dan. Hello? I'd like some service, please. I'm drifting about. So how can you have such graphic P word on display without a blur or a black bar? I'll keep it just off screen for you, Chaz. So we can just see the price. Where the fuck is it? I want this one, Shaggy Dan, please. Wait, have they made it so you can't buy P word? Usually you would come out to that counter and then you'd just press this and it'd come over. Salty, go get Shaggy Dan. I am actually starving. The game is counting down to my death from a lack of food, and this guy... Yeah, Shaggy Dan, this way, look, bang, 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 bang. Go over it. Stress me out then.
Päivää. Mitäpä laitetaan?
Good evening. I'd like a late night P word, please.
Kiitoksia. Olkaa hyvä. Olikaa paikka. Tarjoilija tuo pian.
Table 12. Appreciate it. Where we're sitting. Are the boys in? No, the boys aren't even in. No, we'll sit where the boys usually sit. You spammed it too much, there's 420 P words coming up. That's what I do need to do. We'll smoke to just get rid of the hunger cravings. Go drink some oil. Or eat from the ketchup dispenser. Don't even dispense ketchup. You can't even get mustard on your P word. used to know a couple, like one of my best mates growing up and his missus. We went round their house once. Well, it was his parents' house. We were like 18 or something, so we were still living at home. And him and his missus, they got a takeaway P-word, which are already like fucking, 2,500 calories and the rest. And they had squeezy mayonnaise thing, and they did a big fucking circle, like a spiral from the outside all the way to the inside, and you could barely see the toppings for mayonnaise. And then they ate that. It was less what they chose to put on it and more just the big fucking... Honestly, if you'd have picked the P word up and just pressed it against the wall, you wouldn't have been able to see the spiral on the wall. It would have just been a white circle. It was that fucking covered in bit. Awful. It's not worth eating without mayonnaise. My local Spar has moved the sauces behind the counter. Yeah, they're having to do that a lot now, aren't they? Because people are just going in and filling, like, jerry cans full of barbecue sauce. Yeah, like icing, yeah. Pretty much. Fucking gross. Where's my tea, anyway? I'm passing out here waiting for Mazak to come deliver this P-word. No, he was kidding, yeah? But without mustard. Mustard, I've never had mustard on a P-word. Or with a P-word. Probably be alright, actually. French mustard for the crunch. Now, someone that as a kid would douse nuggets in mayonnaise. Be close to 1 nugget per mayonnaise pot. Christ. Mayonnaise is grim. Here he comes. That doesn't look big enough to be a P-word. Are you sure you've... Hello, yes.
Ja tässä oli sitä teidän annoksenne.
Appreciate it.
Kiitos ja hyvää ruokahalua.
I will. I'm going to be taking it out though, so I'll return the plate one day. But not today. Ah, lovely. Didn't say grace. Mayo is okay with egg and maybe tuna, but anything else, no. Double egg. Lovely. Right. Only a short stay, because it took so long to deliver the bastard thing that now I'm going to pass out from fatigue. But it is a good time to go to bed, and then we're off back. We're going to go fix the car, and I might set the controller back up and we'll take it for a spin around the dirt track. Not the dirt road, but the thing in the south. Take any excuse to go and visit the south of the map for once. Lovely, 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 lovely. Let's go sleep. Chips, P-word, garlic bread, tuna, egg, chicken on a sandwich. I can't think of anything else off the top of your head. You put mayonnaise on everything. Oh, fuck. It's nasty. Mayo on a chippy. If it was salad feels, yeah, it feels like what it's designed for in a way, but a bit of protein with your greens. Big Bactivitis over here. What's Bactivitis? I think it was about 25 when you learned how mayonnaise was made. Yeah, it's squeezed out of the lower parts of a male cow, right? Big back activities. I might need a little bit more help. Oh, big back is in fat. I'm with you. Things fat. I feel like the music for my confusion kind of matched there. Fancy a chippy now. The football season's over in terms of home games, so I'm not going to have one of my regulation 20 chippies a year. Your first battered sausage the other. What, you've been living in this country for 5 years and not had a battered, nearly 6 years and not had a battered sausage? Shit. Things are toxic. Weird about sausage in general. You're weird about meat, well, I wouldn't worry about sausage from the chippy. You're safe. Oh man, I'm in a mess getting back like this. Phone, are you... Oh, perfect timing. We'll go for a midstream break and hopefully the phone rings. Fucking tired though. Don't fall asleep here because the tap's running. Alright, just gonna go to sleep. Chippy, so I was just fish and chips. I don't even know when I'd be ill from it. Yeah, that's a good point actually. You never hear somebody say they had a bad chippy, do you? But a bad takeaway or a bad curry or whatever. Unless you're allergic to something and made a mistake. God, I was tired. It's gonna be fucking noon by the time. My name's Jit and Loppy, and I've just wasted half of the sunlight, and I'm going to have to waste more of it by going for a midstream fucking break. Shit, right, I'm off before people start slandering chippies and saying they got ill from it. I'll be back in 2 minutes. If you hear the phone ring, post a Tamil. Right, 2 minutes.
Ring 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 banana phone.
Terve vaan, että...
Yeah. Yeah, I heard. I caught it.
Täyttynyt paskasta taas, että tulisitko tyhjentämään sen?
Thank you, Reeps. Thank you, Sothan. No, not thank you, Sothan. I was thanking Sothan for reminding me that the phone's ringing, but he's not reminding me the phone's ringing. He's mocking me. All right, I got back in time. We're good. Right. Back half of the stream. Let's get some shit done. What's in this can? Whoa. We're hungry, we're thirsty, we're pissy, and then we're off. Should have left the sorbet running thinking about it. Let's have a bit of that, then a bit of that. Delicious. And a bit of that. Then we'll take the Petey Word tray and throw it on the roof like in Sopranos. Nice shot. Ooh, leaflets to do when we get home. Good. Reap says, orange Sothan. Sothan says, Cloud Lemonade. 6-4, good afternoon, says Professor Peppy. Chaz says, ketchup. Keaton says, freeze-dried lemons. Schmidt says, Azar, thank you for the bits. Schmitz, welcome to the stream, says, boring lemonade. Mushy peas and gravy, but not opposed to curry sauce. That was in Sopranos, right? When he got back after cooking heroin or whatever it was. Right, to town. That's town. 12 Kyrions. Rally day, bang. Not rally day. Rally practice day. I need to do a wee week, but that's fine. The answer is Reaps. Good effort. It was orange Sothan. Right, ads are starting. You're just going to miss the drive. Don't worry about it. Can't believe I slept in Sebastian late. I missed most of the time that Alcarion's going to be open. That bitch. Whoa! Fine. It's funny as well in this one, you don't realise how much you were constantly thinking about Cousin in the last game. Whereas in this one, he's just usually off the road and in a ditch, so it's not a concern. Heaven forbid we have to rely on the bus at some point. You know what Bear's like. Chippy curry sauce is always better than any other curry sauce, it feels like. But I think that's just the context, right? Or I enjoy it more. But there's something about chippy vinegar that tastes better than it does anywhere else, and it is objectively lower quality. But I think it's just the context. If you were to have it on a normal meal, you'd probably be surprised, but it's just like watered down vinegar mix, isn't it? But for some reason, the trouble is with chippies is, for me at least, it's not something I ever get when I'm at home. It's always something when you're on location, and if you're out, you're almost always on a day out or something, right? Or for me, it's a football, or we're at the coast or whatever. So you're in a good mood when you eat it. It makes such a big difference. Chippies at home for me feels like drinking at home. It just, I don't know. Ooh, that Gwynblade, thank you for 95 months. 9.5 years of subs is wild. Gwynblade, thank you for the prime. Here's a question. If ads are running and you've got like 40 seconds left on the ads and you sub, does it turn the ads off or do you have to get to the end of it? When somebody subscribes with Prime while ads are running, I never know whether they can hear me. Cornwall, that's some great, yeah, coastal towns. You sometimes hear of tourists coming over, don't you? They're like, oh, I came over and I tried out British fish and chips to see what the fuss was about, and I had them in a restaurant on Regent Street. And you were, okay. So you need to Weatherspoons, yeah. You need to refresh. So when somebody subs with Prime during ads, is it better to wait till the ads are over, because then that person is guaranteed to be hearing me and not stuck in the ads that they're subbed to avoid? Gwynblade, thank you for the sub. Weatherspoon. Just thinking about Weatherspoon's chippy now. That's assuming they don't watch you muted. That's also true. Then how the hell do you thank those people? Hold up a sign saying thank you for the sub. Everybody stretch. Once I've got this wheel alignment thing fixed, I'm going to set the controller and we're going to go and have a bang. Full English, yeah. If you got a full English breakfast from a restaurant, you're missing out on a certain amount of it, right? God, there used to be, on the docks I used to work on a lot, there used to be, it wasn't available to the public, it was just for the staff, and it was like all the way in one corner, like behind a load of containers, there was a... I mean, for those of you that have seen The Wire, you know exactly what I'm referring to. There's like a little cafe that you could only access, and it was mainly for the dock workers, but... Jesus. If they moved that and they put it in the centre of the city that it was located in, they'd be fucking millionaires. It was that good. Mindrake, good morning. It's fizzy orange, Mindrake. Where are you supposed to get one? I mean, you can make them yourself and get them in restaurants and all that, but if you was to get one in, like, some... What was Gwynblade saying yesterday? Pretending to, like, objectively wear stuff to seem more working class. But it's for some reason, it's... There's a lot of British food loses its charm when you increase the quality. We've had this discussion a lot, right? And that's one of them. Right. Budge. I need to put the exhaust on because it fell off. And I don't know why it fell. I assume there was some bolt that I missed maybe near the back, like that bolt there or something. I'm not going to be that confident in finding it, so we're going to put it up here. Try and get all this done nice and quick. Get on there. Stop. They did stop. Joined just in time to catch me pissing. It's the most important part of the day. I also slept in, so the fact I've just got up and the sun's going down already is annoying. Right, handbrake on. You all, those of you who've arrived, found us prepping for the rally on Friday. So it's Saturday. What day is it today? Is it Wednesday? Wednesday. Just to make some fucking money. Who's that? Santa, welcome to the stream.
A man walks with Sotan into the woods. The man turns to him and says, "Hey mister, it's getting really dark and I'm scared." The Sotan replies, "How do you think I feel? I have to walk back alone."
I've never heard that before. Santa, welcome to the stream and thank you for 62 months. I like how it said dot in the middle of it. Santa, thank you for the prime. Gwynblade, thank you for the prime. Gwynblade, question. Did you hear me thanking you? Oh, that's the one that I missed. Right. Did you hear me thanking you for the sub? Because I'm trying to work out a strategy for when people sub with Prime, because I'm not quite sure whether they actually hear me if ads are running at the time, which is a good time to do the resub. If you can hear me, Gwynblade, there's. Santa, good afternoon. Right, wheel alignment. Like that. Is it 14s or 50? The 13s. So it was pulling me to the left. So I'm going to have to turn the wheels to the right a smidge. I volunteer as tribute for Southern Sexy Night Wood's life. Chaz, that's just suicide with extra steps. That looks slightly better, you know. But we're not going to know until we get it back out there. Reaps, thank you for 2 months. Reaps, I appreciate the prime. Thank you, Reaps. There you go, you don't have to worry about the ads discussion anymore. That would be a better way to sell subs, wouldn't it? To not call them subscriptions and just call them thank you for enabling a month of ad block. Oops. Right, if the car starts, I'm going to hope that that's the wheel alignment. Done. Close enough. Maybe I'm into that kind of stuff. What's... You nearly made me say something barbaric. Okay, car, I'm going to need you to start. I'm kind of worried that it's still got the rally stickers on. Does the game think I'm still on the rally that I never actually attended last time? Do I still have the little booklet? No. I have lost the book. Okay. Please start. Beautiful. What was it? What, the drink or what I said? The drink was fizzy orange. Actually, that's Reaps blocking me for the first time this week. Now I was going to say, what, Chaz, you're into suicide? But it felt a little strong as I was saying it. Let's get the car warmed up, then I'm going to set up controller.
Don't let engine assembly get you down. With our new instant engine kit, your Satsuma can be road ready in seconds. Not responsible for any spontaneous combustion. Instant engine for when you value time over safety.
Right, let's get the choke out. It's Chaz's alter ego Logan Paul. That actually might have been his joke, thinking about it. No, it was me that brought it up, wasn't it? I don't know, it's hard to try and get into the mind of Chaz Reaps. Some say it's not worth trying. Alright, choke out now. We've already done it, haven't we? Lovely. Right, let's set this controller down. The term is called erotic asphyxiation. Auto. It's worth trying, but it's futile. Oh, my back is screaming. Oh, aye. Shit. Alright. I think it's so. Throttle I want on this. Brake is that. Then it's vehicle controls, handbrake, that. Shift up, that. Shift down, that. Gearbox range is that. Lights, no, it's lights park, I think. No, it's lights drive. Hang on. Yeah, okay, that's going to put all of them on at once. High beam toggle is that. Indicators, wipers, I want to be set to this. That should be everything. So wipers, lights. Fuck, I think I've accidentally overdone the toggle thing. So is it lights drive now? They should put the lights on. Good. Throttle. Brake. Downshift. Reverse. Okay, steering's not assigned. Yeah, steering left, that. Steering right, that. Ooh, this feels better. There's a Sega classic. What's it like for wheel alignment? Now it's pulling to the right. Fuck this game. Slightly left on both. Might be enough to have adjusted it just right. We're almost rally ready. Do. Is the handbrake on? Yes, it was. Oh, that's a bit straighter. It's a lot easier to account for. As he gets the cord out. Yeah, that's true. I shouldn't have said that at that moment. I don't want to carradine myself. Manuel erotic asphyxiation. That's somebody Southern went to school with. Okay, this feels good now. Finally, the car might actually be ready, but we're going to go and rag it around the dirt track. It's a test. Oh yeah, I can actually test out the new flywheel, can't I? And the new radiator. It feels quite good. I think could I get the rally tyres in time for the rally? I'd have to come back tomorrow and order them, wouldn't I? But if I could get the new rally tyres, that would be strong. Or maybe we'll get them after this rally. I just need to finish one, don't I? You know, my EA guy is named Otto. What does EA stand for? Sorry, I took a bit of time to... Ooh, the fuck is that? I'm seeing Sasquatch. Oh, it's in the game. I'm sure I've mentioned it, but I always get Sonic Spinball and the Genesis vibes from this song. It is a Genesis game, Chaz, at least. It's a Genesis game called Cyborg Justice. I think Streets of Rage, but with robots. And Otto, the Tom Hanks character. I know you're thinking of Wilson. Never heard of that one. Yeah, it was like, I mean, Gwynblade had it. That's the only reason I know about it. But it was like, it was Streets of Rage, but with robots. And it was cool because you could, when you was fighting one of the other robots, you could rip their, like, arms and stuff off and swap them for your own. So if one had a rocket launcher and you wanted it, if you did it right, you could pull their arm off and put the rocket launcher on yourself and then just carry on with the game with their rocket launcher. Kind of a cool game. I don't know, in my mind it was brilliant. The soundtrack, I can guarantee was brilliant, but in my mind it was ace. But if I went back and played it now, it'd probably be rubbish. But this is from before the time when we got all of our opinions from reviews and other streamers' opinions. So in my mind it was a generational classic. Sounded familiar, but I zoned out at the start. What are you talking about? It's a film called Transformers, kid. They made a cartoon based off the 2000s film and then made a load of toys about it, but I won't pay attention to it. It's rubbish. Sheer version. That was quite good. God, I'm in a bullshit mood today. Fucking hell. This is before the time we got all our opinions from reviewers. Ebert and Roper have entered the chat. Who are those? I remember video games in the 80s and 90s being not super popular. I was reminded how wrong that is and how much random shit was out floating around. Yeah, I mean, the industry did like quadruple in the 2000s. It wasn't as popular. You don't realise how much the gaming industry boomed in COVID, you know, or around the like Fortnite period. Is this the dirt track? I don't know whether doing this at night's a good idea, you know. Oh, they were not big outside the US. Massively influential movie reviewers from the 90s. Oh, Roger Ebert, yeah. I only know that as a pop culture reference, but yeah. But yeah, when I said we, this was the time before we got all our opinions from streamers. I meant we as in Gwynblade and I, for example. So we didn't know whether the games we had were classics. Where's the turn-off for this dirt track? Maybe I'll just go for a bez on the main road. Siskel and Ebert, yeah, is that the reference? Yeah, Michael Jackson Moonwalker game. Well, the obvious one, right? There's a lot of movie cash-ins and stuff around that time. Okay, maybe given it's a completely unlit dirt track that I'm aiming to get to here, maybe I'll just have a bit of a bez on this back road. I can't remember where the fucking thing is. It's here somewhere. I think I've already passed it though. It's supposed to be a turn off to the right somewhere. Is that it? Nope, that's just turning into a field. TV. There was Games Master and there was the magazines and stuff like that, but they were not really something an 8-year-old was reading in force. Recently read that 68% of people forget where maybe Germany game. Is it up to that point already, Kat? I think these numbers are somewhat inflated though, aren't they, by mobile gaming and stuff like that. But even still, I really can't find this turn off. I think I've already gone past it because this is Kitten's house, isn't it? Yeah. Where am I going to test out my rally car? I mean, I'm already testing it by just driving around already, but this is what I get for sleeping in. It's nice to drive though, especially on controller. I'm happy. I wonder if we order some new wheels and get the rally tyres put on. Gone around in a circle, haven't I? Yeah. Shit, I was going to drive to town. I've already missed Alcarion's closing, right? Alright, let's go back. Actually, this thing needs fueling, doesn't it? Well, we're out testing whether the car drives, so let's do it. And it's still licensed, isn't it? Is it? Yeah. Have I missed the turn-off again? Yeah, we were reading the Beano. I used to buy the Xbox and PlayStation magazines around like the turn of the 2000 to 2002 or whatever, and the internet was around, but barely, right? And back then, them magazines, you forget, don't you? You think it's some glory age and it's only modern times where there are just fluff pieces for the games. There was often times they would say a game's not very good, but for the most part, they were just advertising shit, weren't they? But I somehow kind of preferred it that way, because in my idiot, naive brain, every game sounded amazing because they didn't function as reviews, they just functioned as adverts. And because I wasn't that discerning at the time, because I was not, video games didn't really strike me as something that was worth being discerning about back then. I just bought everything, and if somebody said it was good, I just enjoyed it like it was good, even if it wasn't. I was so influenced by it, and everything was getting positive reviews, that every game I bought I really liked, weirdly. And it was kind of a nice position to be in. Just completely free of cynicism and really enjoying everything you bought. And the demo discs were top. That's true, actually. I guess we were getting actual first-hand experience of these things, right? We used to get Zero magazine. It came with a dual-format demo disc for the ST and Amiga. And used to often slag off shit games. But it feels like a game would have to be really shit to get slagged off. Because I suppose back then it was still somewhat of an attention economy with magazines, right? But if the magazine recommended a game that you might enjoy and you enjoyed it, you'd gain more trust in the magazine, right? Whereas now it's flipped. If a game says you might enjoy something and then the rest of the internet says it's shit and all the sensationalist stuff is shitting on it, and you're the one that didn't, you're seen as not very credible. It's weird. It's like old toy commercials. They were so over the top and made everything look like the best thing ever. But you were very rarely disappointed as a result, right? Yeah, screenshots of the games and stuff. I actually will say, to stick up for Twitch in this, watching people play a game as a way of working out whether or not you want to buy it is actually brilliant. Because you see it very clearly in action, instead of... It's like the opposite of a trailer, right? Or gameplay footage or whatever. And I think it feels like a much better way to sell something to someone than a marketing campaign, which is probably why it's still allowed to be done in full. And then you watch the whole I've said this, we even had this discussion the other day very briefly. It blows my mind still, in an era of DMCA and stuff, and I'm gonna say this ahead of time so we don't need to discuss it. I fully acknowledge that streaming is good for streaming a game is good for selling that game, right? For attracting people to it and for inspiring you to play it yourself, right? But in an age of DMCA, and if you play like a 3-second clip from a film, you're getting banned and auto silencing. If I was to, it's getting to the point on YouTube where if you hum a song, it'll remove your income. It'll give the income to the person of the song you hummed and stuff. That's not sci-fi anymore. It still blows my mind that I can get a story game, put it on stream, play through the full fucking story, every bit of dialogue and everything, and broadcast it live to people without the company thinking that they're losing money somewhere. Like every other side of the entertainment industry. And I know it's good for sales, but that blows my mind that that's still a thing. Like, the more you think about it, the more surprising it is that games are just... Because you have a personal experience with the game and you play it yourself and it's different. I get that's stage of separation. But the logic that we're putting to explain why it's a good... why gaming companies allow it is the exact logic that's confusing why other, like music or film or...
Stumbler's been found trapped under a Satsuma again.
Perkele.
He won't put as much time and effort into staying alive as he does into his intricate engine assembly.
I feel like at any point somebody's going to say, right, that's enough, fuck that. And we're going to lose the ability to do this. It's weird. Easy Green, good morning. Hey, well. I remember getting some shitty little $15 laser tag toy that didn't really work, but I still had an absolute blast with it. Because your imagination filled in the gaps, right? We're going to run out of fuel. Wheel alignment, by the way. Perfect. Might be able to have a good rally. I need to time it a lot better, though. Because I was late for it, and then the car broke down on the way to the third leg. And I swear, the game still thinks I'm in an active rally situation. First game to do it would be GTA if I'm taking the bet. Yeah, maybe. I mean, Rockstar aren't usually the ones to be receiving negative headlines like that, but yeah. I mean, there's something in Subnautica 2's user agreement where don't you have to state somewhere whenever you're streaming it that the content you're making is not related to unknown worlds or whoever it is in any way, something like that. When I'm streaming it or whatever, I'd have to say this is not. I don't think it's necessarily like this, but something to do with them distancing themselves from any content made in their game. And every time something like this comes up, I always bristle a little bit. Ooh, we're getting closer to the point where these industries just stop letting us do this. It'd be like one of them really, really cringe-worthy things that people used to do where they used to write views are my own or whatever whenever they were talking shit on the internet. Views are my own, not representative of Yorkshire or whatever company I work for. Right, let's put some fuel in the old in the car. Get it ready. I can't see my fuel gauge anymore because for some reason I've installed the tack over the dial. None of them are fuel, or is that a fuel one at the bottom there? I don't think so. Alright, nerds, you've had your dance. Should check the money, shouldn't we? Now it just looks like you're dancing to this. Them emotes are always weirdly in sync with any song. It was the Cat Jam one that was really in sync with everything. Oh. I swear somebody's going to accidentally find themselves on an episode of Steptoe or something that'll blow their mind. 300. You've got double music now, you've got PSK music to dance to. Give me the pub. Looking forward to Long Dark on Friday. Imagine Long Dark with a full story. If you guys like games where you can snap animals' necks, then boy have we got a game for you on Friday. I also fear it's going to make the forest look even worse in retrospect. Oh god, I'd forgotten that alternate forest ending that we watched. That was shit, wasn't it? I didn't like that. That god-awful ending that we got on stream was like, oh, we should have watched the other one. The other one's worse. It's impressive. What am I here for? Check the bank. Everybody had a go at me for jokingly treating Kelvin like he was some kind of pet. The game puts him in a baby grow at the end and essentially walks him round like a dog on a lead. That's the ending. For some reason, your main character is in a romantic relationship with Virginia. I don't know what that game is anymore. The further I get out from it, the less I'm sure. Right, I checked the bank balance. The rent's going to be fine. I've got money to pay for stuff. So this $5,000, I might be able to... Sons of the Forest Reaps. The ending we got was rubbish. But the other ending... you live happily ever after, you get rescued. Yeah, this is the alternate one. Virginia and the main character end up in a romantic relationship for some fucking reason. And then they adopt Kelvin and put him in basically a diaper and carry him around and let him play with toys and stuff. And it was like, oh look, Kelvin's your son now, isn't that funny? I don't know what we were expecting. Look how this disabled person's basically a pet, isn't that funny? Sounds like your kind of relationship, a lady with 3 legs and an adult baby. Oh yeah, at one bit as well, it showed Virginia going into like an operating theatre and she came out with just 2 legs. It's like, oh, lovely, thanks. So why was she non-verbal through the whole thing then? Fucking man. What's the next one called? Grandsons of the Forest. It's called My Winter Forest. Again, I don't know what we were expecting from the game, but I expected it to either be funny or good. What is there is a new one coming out this year, right? What's it called? Is it just called The Forest 3 or something? I'm not going to bore you with leaflets again, don't worry, we'll have to go get these new rally tyres. Just called Forest 3. Deforest. Well, that'd be nice. Well, again, that's pretty much what we forced Kelvin to do with the last lot. Okay, we're a bit low on sausages, but that's fine. Given them lot are in next door, I'm assuming there's nothing to do there. We've got our lottery ticket bought, we've got our... gambling thing sorted. I'm going to leave the car running. I'm going to sleep. But this is going to put us to like 3 AM, right? If you look it up, it's something. What, the actual tagline of the third one? Since there's basically no writing or game design involved, they can pump them out in quick succession. I would advocate... Ooh, no, wait, I tell you what we'll do. I've got that shit suck to do, haven't I? Just what it is. If you look it up, it being Forest 3, right? Just what the game? Just the name, name of the game. Yeah, it's a rare franchise where I think AI could do a better job. The Forest, the third. Oh, you mean? Oh, you've got information about where it's set, etc. See. All right, I'm going to leave the car here. Thank you, car. Hang on, let me try and work this out. So you have looked into it, found the name of the game, and found a brief summary about what's potentially going to happen in terms of setting, etc. And that's something. Did a Jurassic Park Lost World and brought the cannibals to the city. Danny Glover's there for some fucking reason. Gave you info. Okay, gotcha. I wonder if it's going to be set in that stupid Golden City at the end. I will say, it did a way better job than Below Zero, the Subnautica game, at that sort of idea of an ending. Even if we didn't stay there. Okay, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to try it. Then I'm going to go do that shit suck. Hopefully we'll be able to get there for 8 AM when Boyo gets up. Yeah, I mean... There's 3 options, right? If I really like the first forest and really like the second forest, I would have played the third. If I really like the first... If I didn't like the first forest and kind of liked the second, I probably wouldn't be that interested in the third. But because I played the first one and didn't like it, and then played the second one and didn't like it, you know full fucking well we're playing the third one as well. Out of curiosity. An alternate city that seems to have no context, yeah. I don't know if I just didn't find enough of the story or something. I mean, we kind of predicted. It's not like we were miles off with our prediction, right? We just didn't really deliver anything to be worth all the speculation. Most fun I had in that was our making of the timeline, right? Going on the keycard quest. Yeah, I was stuck on that for about 25 hours. And then I solved it by accident and got absolutely zero satisfaction from having bested the challenge or whatever the fuck. I've got no idea. I don't know. You just hope they'll do better, right? Alright, it's 3 AM, this is far too fucking early. But what I might do is drive over to... take the shit truck over to Alcarion's. Over to the place where we're doing this shit suck. I might also try and do the other shit suck. And if I can get both of them done... Fucking Azar and Radway still bombing about. Ah! I feel like I should have an audio description of what's going on screen. Jitten is walking across next door's lawn to pick up the shit truck from his driveway. Opening the door, Jitten enters the cab. Turns the ignition on to warm up the glow plugs, turns the lights on, the interior lights, the rear working light, and waits for the glow plugs. Jitten increases the hand throttle slightly, pumps the throttle to start the engine, and while one annoying noise is already going on, Jitten is going to rev the bollocks out of the shit truck so that the brake pressure warms up and the cab warms up faster than it would have otherwise. Fuel. I think the tank's ready for us as well. This annoying noise is to save you from another annoying noise. You're welcome. Beautiful. Right, let's get off. Bit of 3 AM journey over to Alcarion's. Some money. Buy some wheels. What the fuck is Bear doing here? There's Cousin. Here's Bear. Can't stop. Mina's still on the bus. Bear's been trying all week to try and get Mina to her destination. You bitch. Fine, Kitten, it's gone now. I think I've only got one shit suck in this, so I should be able to go and check the other two. But I just need to remember while I'm doing these that I need to check in on Alkirion in the morning as well. At 9 when he opens. We've already confirmed that Cousin's stuck in town, so I can hit the... I can put my toe down and get there fast. That was kind of nerve-wracking then. You see that? My right wheels just hit the snow on the snowbank to the right of the road and dragged me at full shit truck speed towards a telegraph post. I suppose they're electric poles, these are. I'm not having the loud song on while we're already in a loud vehicle. Instead, you can have this sonic hellscape that feels like 4 songs layered on top of each other. Been more inspired by a piece of music. Do you reckon I can get air in the shit truck? Oh, this is sounding a lot like full speed in the tractor. What's the worst that can happen? Oh, I need to say it, actually. I had a goal at the start of this month to get the best out before our fresh WoW server launched. It launched on the 9th and it's currently, what, the 19th? It's worth noting I didn't manage to get it out in time, therefore I've had a lot less headspace to concentrate on making it, but it should be out within the next couple of days. I apologise for it being late. Pinkle's fault, of course. Don't know if I've got any food in the shit truck for this journey. I should do. Need to watch out for that guy in green that walks around here. Who's the guy in green? Needs naming after somebody. Reaps. Explain yourself, wandering around in the woods. How many people do you reckon can fit in a septic tank? Somebody scienced it. I would have blamed you, cats, absolutely. Wait. Holy shit, that was close. If there's a line that goes from cousin lives to cousin dies and it's a gradient, I reckon I was very fucking close. I was going to say, what's the standard septic tank, Kent? Is there a standard size? Right, now I'm here. I'm going to quickly jump out and test whether or not this... Oh, one of the in-game ones. I mean, we could go through all the NPCs and chuck them in, if that's what you're suggesting. See, this guy still isn't sat here. I'm concerned I've bricked this shit suck. We have got one for the other guy, though, and I'm going to just do it. Who scienced that? I have seen that clip of, is it Davez? I don't know if that's how you say it. jumping the train on a mini bike. Is it him? Some dude on Reddit. I mean, they're just thin pipes, aren't they, in this? It's not like a proper, like, fleshed out septic tank. Hang on, I'm early, aren't I? Wasn't I supposed to go and save? What time is it? Fucking 5 AM. So I reckon you could fit between 3.5 and 4.5 people in a septic tank. Do I get a pink name if my guess is correct? Or maybe more than that, I don't know. Depends how they land, right? And what if it's like Uncle? Say no more. I'm gonna go up here and turn around. I could sit and watch the sun come up, but it's not gonna come up for ages. Planning to go on a murder spree. It was death by natural causes, he's agreed. Drowning in human feces. After being pushed. Where's the turn-off? I'm looking for the turn-off just before the rail lines. Brilliant. And then I put it in reverse by mistake and stalled it. You can fit 5 people in a septic tank in my summer car. Damn, they're deep. Where?
Oh hi.
Mine, look to the stream. We're just talking about how many people you can fit in a septic tank in this game. Cats reckons it's 5. So, that means... if we was to simplify this a little bit... if these people are having their septic tanks emptied once every, like, 10 days or whatever it is in-game, then this is to imply that a person does 5 times their body weight in shit, body volume or whatever, in shit, in 10 days. But it would be more, because you've got to account for the area around them to the outside of the septic tank, right? They do at least 5 times their own bodily volume in feces. Respect. But it's probably double that, right? Damn. More poo than man, as a great man once said. Is it bath and shower water that goes in there too? Does that go in a septic tank in a situation like this? Or does that get pumped back through or sent out to the water table? Not to the water table, but... I don't know about that actually, Martin, now you've said it. In a rural area, it must be. But that feels wasteful somewhat. Right, I'm going to save while we're here. And I'm going to have to warm up the shit truck again, but I'm early because the game doesn't allow you to sleep. To adjust your sleep. So, bath and shower water would go straight into the septic tank instead of getting rerouted. Disgusting. Oh, that means when I'm pumping these sewerage, these septic tanks here, then it's going to smell of both shit and radox mixed. I don't like that thought. I've got 2 hours until late. Is it? Yeah, let's see. Right, quick save, and then we'll set off and do this shit suck. I left the fucking... I've left the blower on in the saw bit this whole time.
Ei
Haista
saatana.
Might have done a bit of a double there. We'll go stagnant as well, and soap scum smells disgusting. I don't think I've ever encountered. What, soap scum is in the stuff around the bath? Right, I'm going to save and come back in, and hopefully it'll be time for that dickhead to get up and ready. I think, given our little test drive there, we're about ready for the rally. I just need Alkerion to open so I can convert some of these spare rims into rally tyres. In fact, I might convert my entire set of spares into rally tyres. Alright, thank you for the bits. Good afternoon. God, I watched Martin get the shit scared out of him yesterday. He knew I was watching when he was streaming his WoW gameplay into Discord. Never played before, so he was exploring stuff for the first time, and he saw a signpost that said Gnomerigan, which is the Gnomes, which is what I play, which is their former city, which had a big radioactive collapse and fell. So the Gnomes are in exile. Martin went to Gnomerigan just to take the piss and was killing all of the radiated gnomes outside. And I was thinking, yeah, go on, go in, bitch. Go on, let's see it. Let's see if he all bravado when you walk in there and he saw the fucking security in the inner city and he shit his pants. Never seen his little sandals run away faster. Alright, is Alkerion open? He is. Let's get these wheels bought. I don't get, why is Alkerion open at 6 AM? If he's changed his hours, he's not changed his... It's not listed it, look. It's supposed to be open 8 till 4. It's 6 AM. And he's still open. I'm not going to complain, though. Right, that's the old radiator. We don't want that one anymore. We can just keep the new one. Good morning.
Terve, terve.
You're up early.
Mikä oli pojalla mielessä?
Right. What do I want from you? What wheels do I have out here in the foyer? Do I have any spare rims? Oh, I do. Okay, what are these? These are the 14-inch rims. So we'll put... I'm just going to put the radio on. I feel like I've gone deaf. This game's quiet enough as it is. It's really quiet for a really loud game. In fact, might as well get the shit truck warm. Shit. Might as well get the shit truck warmed up while we're prepping. They're all back right now as if you were never there. Right, while that's warming up, but no, it's maintained its warmth. Okay. It's brake pressure temperature thing. I'm not used to hearing this song without thinking of oval vaginas. And a Treyu song. Throw. So we're going to put the proper rally tyres. I'm hoping they're not expensive for a set of 14-inch ones. Good morning. Right. Just so they don't roll off. 1, 2. These are ugly, aren't they? I'm not a fan of these. 2, 3, 4. And I want from you here we go. The Winter Radial Rally. Studded rally tyres in 14-inch. $4,000 this is going to cost for 4. Yeah? Hope you're not going to just do what? Wait, have I fucked that up? Do I need to do more than one? No. They always made a massive difference, the rally tyres in the first game. Right, they're ordered. Lovely. I better go earn some money, because if that's going to cost $4,000, then I'm going to need it. Is he awake yet? Still not open. Still not... The guy's not going to be there. I could go get set up, and we'll see if he just pops into existence at go time. Typical 7 AM. Have you gotten him to give you a bigger discount already? Stubborn dickhead. Yeah, I don't know if there's a quest for that either. Quest seems like a bit of a strange word, but you know what I mean. A mission. A job. Slight real light on. Oh man, I'm freezing to death as well. He's not here. And I'm very, very cold. And I warm up out here. A little bit of hopping around here. Oh, he's here already? Alright, mate. I don't understand the timings in this game. He's supposed to open at 6, and he's supposed to pop in cutscenes. Fine with the car. He's supposed to pop in at 8. Like, that's this game knowledge that I'm working on, not my summer, unless it's changed stuff. I'm cold again. Yeah, but if it's in, like, My Summer Car, there's still a regular middle ground. There is, I think there is a small discount already, like there was in the first. Is that what you're saying? Because of the small discount that already existed in the first game. You'd think if it was some loyalty bonus, it'd exist from all the shit we did for him back then. Am I sliding? Alright, pal. This is the phone call we got at the midstream break, right? That Sothan tried to distract me from. That was satisfying. And rarer than you'd think. Lovely. Got your chide. So what is that thing? How do you end up with that? Poppy? Is it Poppy? That's it. I'm assuming nobody knows how to get it. Yours is a higher level than Katz's. Is it Watch Street related? Hell's going on in... Oh, that picture, Cats. Fucking hell. You had the Bloom badge and 200 something for Doomhaus Gaming. It's a weekly watch streak bonus. Bloom badge level 3. Earn this badge for watching a clip, VOD or live stream 3 days a week. This badge upgrades weekly. Yeah, you just click it and it gives you a description. Are we not sucking? Oh, there we go. I'd love to see you, mate, but no chance. Thank you. So like Dougie says, Cats, it seems tied to the watch streaks. Also, it got me to level 2 and I haven't missed a stream since Christmas. Yeah, why has Dougie got a high rank? I don't know, fuck knows. I pulled forward slightly so I could get this out. Does anybody want 2 weeks of Discord Nitro? I think Martin's got a... Have you got a code or something? There you go, everybody. It's a scam. Reporting for scams. Lark, welcome to the stream. How's it going? We're rally ready. It's time. Part of me wants to log in tonight and scoot time forward a bit. Get a few more phone calls and maybe rally tomorrow. I might do that. But then I'll just want to play fresh. Lovely. £6 grand. That should pay for our new wheels. Is that door closed? It is. Let's go up. We can share it with 3 others. Oh, Dougie might be boosted. Yeah. It's a dumb, innocent tulip. Tulip, that's what Dougie's got, right? Right, if anybody wants Discord Nitro, what does Discord Nitro get you? You can use emotes across Discords, right, and stream at slightly higher qualities. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to bite the bullet and I'm going to suck this shit. Empty this tank. Because I think I have to get it all the way empty, even though I'm not going to get paid for it. But it might fix it because it's currently broken. First one, I need to get rid of the tractor. God, I've not missed driving this thing. It's been a couple of streams since we've driven it. I've enjoyed the brake, honestly. I mean, if you do want some nitro, just ask Martin. Can't give out away these days, Martin, have you noticed? Trying to pawn it off on you this time. It's never seemed like that big of a proposition. Discord Nitro. You DM'd it to her. Can't you tell when you click on it she's already got Nitro? I don't want your wares, Khajiit. Khajiit. Oh, I thought you had it. Have you got rid of it recently? Not had it in ages. Roger that. I have all of the like custom fonts and everything turned off, so I can't see people with their flashy fonts, etc. So I guess it's hard for me to tell whether an account's got Nitro or not now. Unless you've got them fancy banners that there's like 3 of and everybody wears the same one. For some reason I've got really low resolution on when reversing. Too expensive to keep up with, yeah. For very little benefit as well, it seems. I love Discord, but I just don't think Nitro's that brilliant. Yeah, well done. I did wonder what I was reversing of. Just don't feel like Nitro's got any benefits that would make it worth the purchase. Oh yeah, you get them nasty backgrounds as well, don't you? That's all you really used it for. Ugh. Right, what you're about to witness here is somebody empty a septic tank and not get paid for it. I half emptied it and then ran out of room, and the guy's not, even though it's still claiming that this septic tank is yet to be emptied, the guy's not there to pay me. And it's been sat in this like limbo state for ages. So I'm going to empty it for free and hope that it resets the job. Otherwise we've only got 4 septic tank jobs, which is no good. 'Cause 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 Oh, that is true, Cats. Yeah, there is a benefit. The bigger upload limit, yeah. It's certainly why they brought it back down from 25 to 10 after initially bumping it. Not being able to post even short video. Yeah, it was alright before. This is the argument for, what do they call it, enshittification. Which, I'm sure it makes everybody's eyes roll, but this is a good example of it, right? You used to be able to upload big files or short videos, and then they stopped it and charged you for it. Use the GIF profile picture, custom banner, GIFs in profile pictures, custom banner, the name and all the flashy bullshit, of course, but it wasn't what I wanted it for. Using emotes everywhere when 9 times out of 10 the emotes I'm using in the place I'm using them just isn't worth it. Yeah, true. But it shot me a few times since I've found a workaround every time. The bigger limit, yeah. Do you want it, Cats? Someone take it before I navigate away from the page and can't find it again. Poor Martin, he came on here to try and sell something to everybody, and we've just sat there and said why it's not worth taking in the first place. Free Discord Nitro. Martin has codes given by Discord himself. This is not a scam, I promise. You will get Nitro with no harm. I think it's actually just a straight Discord invite as well, right? So it's actually within the Discord app. You don't even have to get a code or out. Can we see this go up? Shouldn't be breathing that in, should I? That's no longer going up, so I think I've properly emptied it. Interesting. Okay, there's no progress. Definitely won't fall in, Christ. Still glad to have only had that death once. Just driving forward a slight bit so I can get the thing out. Time to drive back to town? Yeah. Right, I might be able to get some My Winter Car played so we can scoot time forward and do the rally tomorrow. And if that is true, there's very likely to be a prediction at the start of the stream. So if you want to get involved in a Does Stubler Die on a rally prediction, make sure you are in tomorrow at the start. Don't come fucking crying to me if you miss it. I imagine a worse death than drowning in shit. I think Jitten's gonna die when the universe reaches its heat death. It feels like. And a shower in hell tonight is gonna be even better. Without the monitor on thing. You're free. Did you do that thing like you often do? When like, you like broke your arm or whatever, or you got some illness or you've got the flu or whatever, you lay there and think, oh, I can't wait to do this when I'm free and that when I'm free, and I'm going to appreciate this simple thing so much more, and you start making plans for your new life. I'm going to appreciate this so much more. I'll do what I did and have an operation on my ears, have a massive bandage on, go to bed that night and dream about having a woolly hat on that was so tight that I woke up in the night and took the woolly hat off in my dream. And within 10 minutes, we were rushing to the hospital at 4 o'clock in the morning. I have to take cool showers with that and the rash. Yeah, go. The triple heat. And in 2 days you forget and life goes back to being mundane again, yeah. Live each day as if it's the last. Your hat had to be surgically reattached. God, they did though. So I had like, my ears were all over the place when I was a kid because I was a C-section baby. So apparently that's why my ears weren't necessarily on straight. So I had my ears pinned back when I was about 15-ish. And I had this big stupid fucking bandage on because my ears were cut open and raw and I didn't have anaesthetic and stuff, so I was home really early. Or I didn't have general anaesthetic. And yeah, I can remember the dream. I remember I had, because I had like I think it was like a Billabong hat or something at the time, not a legit, that I was wearing at school a lot because it was like February. And I remember being really frustrated with it on my head and thinking, I've got to get out of here and get this off. And I can remember in the dream I had like, I needed to leave whatever place I was in and get it off. And then I got out of that. That must have been my subconscious being like, you fucking idiot, no. And then I got out of whatever place I couldn't take the hat off in and then took it off in my dream and then woke up suddenly in tons of pain. Blood everywhere, gauze all over the place. I remember walking into our parents' room and being like, I've had an oopsie. Do full hot anyway. Yeah, what about them people that don't have the shower on full fucking temperature at all times? There might be some of those that are in the chat with us right now. But yeah, Nitro does get you Game Pass, that's true. It gets you a couple of months of Game Pass, right? There you go. Free access to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of video views. You don't have to worry about shower temperatures if you just never take a shower. Hot enough to feel the shower, not hot enough to remove my skin. The wife does the latter. Yeah, I'm on her side. That's why I always talk about hating baths. I like the idea of a bath, but I like it so hot that it makes me nauseous. Me in a good afternoon. You just made a joint of suddenly I'm about to die. Do we use Mind Rats Park? Boiling your insides, yeah. Hot showers, amazing. Hot baths, also amazing. But it's got to be so hot that you feel sick after 10 minutes. The hotter the shower, the better. Oh God, look who it is. Press 1 to just nudge him gently out of love. God, I miss when he was a big part of this game. He was 75% of the character of this game. And without him, it's just hollow in comparison. Struggling to keep the fucking shit truck on the road doing this. Look at him waving. Morning. No, you sick bastard. How could you even think that? The women... Oh my God, the women are preparing for hell. If you aren't making soup out of yourself, then what are you doing? Soup. Or bathing soup. That's your parents who saw the bigger hot water tank, yeah. The more the better. If I don't feel like I'm going to pass out after a shower and a bath and it wasn't worth it and I'm not clean enough. Fact. I like really cold showers or stupidly hot showers, which there's not a lot of in between. Bummy, you'd look great with big ears. Is that why you wear the hat to hide your surgically altered, unnaturally tiny ears? They've got some pretty good scars on the back. It's funny because I used to get called, get like all my nicknames and stuff would be related to my big ears at school. And the school actually spoke to our parents about the fact that it was becoming a thing that I was being referred to as. And as a result, our parents were like, do you want them pinned back? I was like, yeah, go on. What I didn't tell them is that all these nicknames were stuff I'd come up with. And it wasn't a bullying situation, it was just something I was like owning before it became anything. Bit of a free surgery, I'll take it. Yeah, it's like the ground level one of Game Pass mine. I'm a reverse Willy Nonto, yeah. God, he's got very little ears. If you want to go and look up somebody with amazingly small ears, go look up Wilfred Nonto. Wilfred and then Gnonto. Amazingly tiny ears. Yeah, no. For those that are just arriving for marbles, Martin is giving away a month of Discord Nitro, which also gets you Game Pass to a certain level for completely free. You just have to message him and he'll get Discord to send you an invite. Completely fucking free. Stubby ears, yeah. Siddles, good afternoon. He's got very little ears. Katz has got a flower badge. Apparently it's something to do with stream streaks, mate. Dougie's got one as well. Dougie's got a tulip. Dougie, say something in chat. Let's actually go check the post. Yeah, you get a flower that slowly upgrades. It must be a spring thing. Denying the fact that there's been no spring in the UK. I am sprouting. We'll actually have to pay attention to this now. It said if you watch a clip, a VOD, or a live stream for X amount. Yeah, look, Dougie's got a tulip. I don't know, honestly, Salty. It seems to be only greens that are getting them so far. Oh, there's my post order. Alright, stuff's coming. Right, that's going to do us for today, I think. Car is now ready. Done some good work today. I might play a little bit and just get some jobs done and stuff and go get some food and sit in the apartment and wait for the time to advance. Then we'll rally tomorrow. Speaking of which... Oh, Bear's... Wait, what's Bear got? Hello? That's Siddles, isn't it? Alright. Got some stuff to do. Lovely. Thank you all for joining today. I will see you all tomorrow for more My Winter Car. You're all very lovely. But that's going to be it. Welcome to the new followers as well. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday of every week until I have got the Junior Cup trophy. Then we're going to take a break and we're going to tackle and after the break, we're going to tackle the ice rally. You prefer Katz's? I don't know what Katz's is, I can't see. It's tiny on my screen. What have you got there? What the fuck is Yuzu? Yeah, it's the bloom badges. What's Martin got? A banana. It's a bud of something, yeah, I'm just wondering if it's something specific. If you click it though, it'll give you an example about a description of how to unlock it. Welcome to the new followers. See you all tomorrow. Love you all. Thank you all very much. Well, let's go play marbles and pick a winner, shall we? I'm fucking hungry today. Hungry for an orange win. Right. It's marbles time. If you want to be a winner and affect the scores at the top left, you know what to do. If you are somebody that has not got a single point yet in 2026, whatever the year is, then this is a good opportunity to get yourself one and get yourself in the running for one of the better countries in the World Cup. It's going to function exactly like the Eurovision did, but you need to have points to qualify for the good teams. Now, if there are marble regulars such as Kitten and Fisty and Reaps and people like that show up to marbles regularly but are yet to get points, you can still get a country, but it will be one of the lower ranked ones. But you can still take part. There is a very, very minuscule chance you can get something, but there is a chance. So many gardening plants today, and it's pissing it down outside. Spring, best time to do gardening. Spring, most unpredictable time to do gardening. So, if you're in the Doomhaus Discord and you'd like to play in this marbles, type the password in chat now, and the password is... sewage. Is it sewage spelled like that, or isn't it? Is it not this? No, he spells sewage. Sewerage. Not like that,
He
like
was
this.
going to sow guest flower.
Is it sewage? Is it S-E-W-A-G-E? Sewerage. I might be wrong. Right, password is sewage. We have Azar for the greens. Monarch for the oranges. Siddles for the oranges. Alcarion, good morning, for the oranges. Mina for the oranges. I like this. Never mind, Bear for the greens. Okay, just felt like I was having a lot of oranges in a row then. Easy Green for the greens. Martin for the greens. Chaz for the greens. Okay, this is turning. Dougie for the greens. 6-4 for the greens. Lundios, good afternoon, for the greens. For the oranges. Shaggy Dan, good morning, for the oranges. Cats for the greens. Salty for the oranges. Sewerage is what the sewage flows through. So sewerage, oh, I see. Interesting. Salty for the oranges. Southern for the greens. Having a stroke. Haha, look at the English not pronouncing how they spell. No, you're a fucking idiot. You may notice, if you go back through every single My Summer and Winter card playthrough, I've been calling it sewerage, not sewage. I've been pronouncing it like I thought we spelled it. Therefore, I am a genius. Southend for the greens, Schmitz for the oranges. Azzy for the oranges. Jamwedge, good afternoon, for the greens. So I may have been spelling it wrong, but I was pronouncing it how I spelled it. Lark for the greens, and Taxlight, good afternoon, for the oranges. 22 marbles out of the race. First person to begin with 20. Sewer rage is what you get with the pipes break, and there's a big leak. A big leak? What, that? A big leak? That's far-fetched. Right, Martin says 63, then says 5. 22 marbles into the race. We have Azar, Mindray, Siddles, Alcarion, Mina, Bear, Easy Green, Martin, Chaz, Dougie, 6-4, Lundios, Kitten, Shaggy Dan, Cats, Salty, Sothan, Schmitz, Azzy, Jamwedge, Lark, and Tagslack. 10 oranges then, and 12 greens. Lark, Jamwedge, and Kitten could get themselves a good country in the World Cup if they can manage a win here. 22 marbles enter. Martin says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Martin, can you please stop picking fucking stinkers every time you put Martin in charge of anything? Have I missed you, Sid? I'll get another orange on, of course I will. Martin, can we re-roll, because this level stinks? No, it is marbles, Siddles, yeah. No, okay, we've got to play this level thanks to Martin. So what we're going to do for the World Cup is, if there's like 40 odd countries and we don't have 40 odd marbles, we're going to, and I can pass this over to you, Siddles, or 6-4, or whoever wants to get the team rankings of who's more likely to win. And if there's 30 marble winners, if there's 30 marble winners, the top 30 teams will be allocated among them in a similar way to Eurovision, right? And then those that haven't got any points, they can get some of the countries ranked below, right? So we've got the big dogs and we've got the stinkers. The big dogs go to people who have won marbles this year, and the stinkers go to everybody else. I might even take a stinker country myself. Right, the level is the level is Gurgle's Splashtastic Sea Adventure, or whatever it's called. Scott is the record holder. This is a shit level. It's going to be hard to film. It's Martin's fault, and we pick it. Oh, Trim, unfortunate. You're going to have to cheer on Siddles. Did I explain the World Cup right there, or did it sound like I was waffling? Alright, I don't know who's in the lead at the moment, so we'll just wait until the level sorts itself out. There's some action going on, but it's hard to tell on this level because it splits it up so you can't film it. And then suddenly, one team just appears in the lead. Don't know which path's faster. Jamwedge is making big stunts. Mindright's in the lead on this side, but again, I don't know. Did that explain it, Siddles? I'm not quite sure whether I need to... I'll write it down somewhere. I mean, there goes Easy Green. That's certainly... This pink path's going to take the win, right? Here comes Schmitz as well. Reeves. Oh, wait, no, the purple thing in the middle seems to have held everybody back. Is Jamwedge about to qualify for a good country in Eurovision? Azzy! That looks like a good lead for Azzy. Azzy, hold on! Don't bounce off the side, because Jamwedge is Jamwedge going for the greens? I mean, that didn't look like it was sure that Jamwedge has won that. But I think he has. Jamwedge has done the thing that I was saying was I couldn't tell who actually won. What is this bullshit? I want to go to a water park now. Look, and this bitch who picked the level and then refused to let us re-roll to a good one is the one that's suffering from it the most. He's the only person that's not going to qualify, and he fucking deserves it, frankly. Is he going to beat the zone? He might just. I will say, though, Jamwedge, for the Greens, congratulations. The Greens get their 84th point. Jamwedge is your person of the century of the day for what I believe to be the first time in 2026. Is that true? Yep, Jamwedge is now out of the World Cup stinkers and has qualified for one of the World Cup big dogs. Lovely. Jamwedge, congratulations. Greens, good work. Martin, you're a bitch. That level stunk. But thankfully... Well, I thought for a second Augur had joined and I'd missed him. Thankfully it wasn't Augur. Azar still up, only 1 point behind him. And the Greens are now 84 to 67. 17 points clear. We need a good World Cup. Right, for now though, thank you all for joining. Apologies for Martin's behaviour. Congratulations to Jamwedge, good work to the Greens, but that's going to be it for today. I'll see you all tomorrow for more of Stubbler complaining and wondering why he doesn't quite like my winter car as much as he liked the summer version. Greens, good work. Jamwedge, congratulations. Thank you all for everything. As always, bits, subs, hosts, raids and everything. If you're staying on the platform, go and watch Nobody's live right now. So before these ads kick in, I love you all. Thank you all. Reeps, Martin, Easy Green, Jamwedge, Cats, Dougie, Tag Slack, Schmitz, Siddles, and everybody else. Goodbye. Thank you. And the final word is... Bye. Brilliant. So super inspirational. Well done, team.